Hello, my friends. For your oracle card for today, we have Treasure Island, which is number 9. All right, let's see what the message is. I am sensing a theme for today's reading already, but let's see what the oracle has to say. Essential meaning: the law of attraction brings dreams into fruition, the results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains and the sharing of good fortune. The oracle's message: you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly in the midst of it all you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. All right, prosperity message. At this time, you can be confident that success is yours. Your ideas are all hitting the mark, and you're in a true manifestation period when you will see evidence of the seeds of prosperity you planted in the past. The appearance of this card in a reading indicates that your dreams and aspirations align with concrete signs of prosperity in the world of form. This is a very auspicious and fortunate time for business. Creative projects will flourish as inspiration strikes. Share your wealth with others, too. Generosity and gratitude should lead you now. Yep, that's what I thought the theme was. All right, hang on. I need a sip of water. So the first card out from the tarot is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, the Pentacles suit is all about financial prosperity, the material wealth. And the Ace of Pentacles card is like the seed, that initial seed being planted to produce all that wealth. The thing to remember about the Ace of Pentacles is that, like a seed, it takes time for it to grow and sprout, and then you have to wait for the harvest. So there's a long time. There's a lot of ripening that needs to happen and can't be rushed. The other way to look at it as wands are days, cups are weeks, swords are months, and pentacles are years. So I'm not making any specific predictions for a timeline. I'm just letting you know that the pentacles, the suit of pentacles is the slowest one to come into manifestation. It is also the suit of manifestation. The wands are the ideas, the inspiration, the creativity. The cups are the emotions, the inner work that needs to be done so that you get out of your own way. And then the swords are the struggle to deal with any of the roadblocks in the way of bringing things into manifestation. And then finally, you get pentacles, the actual manifestation. But as I just said, they take the longest. So it can be very frustrating. And at this point, you also have a lover's connection that you are very concerned about. This connection is, it definitely seems to be a soul connection. It is a very strong connection, like I said, but we also have the Ten of Cups here. The Ten of Cups can definitely refer to a soul connection, and it is also about the ideal family life, having the ideal relationship, being fulfilled in love, in every possible form of abundance. So spirituality, material wealth, and as I said, emotional wealth and fulfillment. But then we have the Ace of Swords, clarity. And it's in reverse, so you don't have clarity. You do have disappointment. And this is the Five of Cups. So it's not just disappointment, it's heartbreak. And it's right underneath the Lover's card. It's not unusual for soul connections to end in heartbreak. They are meant to be healing connections. They draw your attention to what it is about yourself that you have ignored, that is blocking your way forward, that is preventing you from being your best self. But they don't usually end up with marriage. So this is the Four of Wands last year. The Four of Wands can be about your friends and family, your community, happiness, long-term happiness, stability, celebrations. And in this case, with this particular person, you don't have that. You are hopeful, perhaps, that that will happen. And you perhaps see your financial prosperity, your financial stability is being closely linked to that Four of Wands, to that possibility. And maybe you're right. In order for you to achieve that prosperity, you are going to have to deal with your inner work as well. So for the next question, you've got all this information about what it is that you are feeling, I guess, right now. Your goals, your hopes, your aspirations. But what's happening with you right now is you are in a vulture phase. That may not sound great, but it's the vulture is very, very important. So the vulture is, of course, the air element. It is a guardian and purifier. It is essential for rebalance, which is what you're attempting to do now. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. And I think that's where you are now. You have to do the dirty work and clean up your messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. When in balance, clarifies, reveals wisdom, and you are feeling a lack of clarity, so embrace this vulture. When out of balance, dramatic and aggressive. To bring into balance, clean your space. And sage. Sage, of course, is a form of energetic purification. It can be done in many, many ways. Salt baths, salt scrubs, sweat lodges. You know, there are many, many traditions or methods of energetic cleansing. So find what works for you, what feels right to you, and go ahead with that. Now, is there anything in particular that you need to know? Beyond this. Four of Cups. Well, this is a suggestion for you. The Four of Cups is a call to meditate and develop a gratitude practice. It is, sorry, it's rocking. So the Four of Cups shows someone who is so absorbed in what they think they have lost, or what they think they don't have, that they don't see what is being offered to them and how wonderful it might be. So the way to gain clarity and be able to see what you are missing is through meditation and a gratitude practice. It also is a good idea to remember that as long as you keep going and keep trying to do your best, then you are doing your best. Right now, though, you have the Eight of Swords and the Emperor in reverse. So you are in wounded masculine energy. You are undoubtedly feeling sorry for yourself. You are believing in all the myths of masculinity that society is teaching you, or has taught all of us from a very early age. That, only the material matters, that, I don't know, dog eat dog. I don't know what your specific beliefs are, but it's a real, it's a set of beliefs about what is and is not important that is not beneficial to any of us. And not only do you have the Emperor in reverse, you also have the Magician in reverse. You do have the King of Cups in the upright. So either you are becoming, or you know somebody who has balanced their inner masculine and is able to control their emotions. And maybe this is you. You can control your emotions and express them to a degree, although probably real intimacy is something you're not comfortable with. Real emotional honesty. Because you have the Emperor and the Magician in the reverse. The Emperor is the physical aspect of the masculine energies, and the Magician is the spiritual aspect of the masculine energies. So the Emperor is master of material order. The material world works with the natural world. The natural order provides for others, protects others, is consistent, disciplined, leads through example, where the Magician is someone who works with the universal energies and is able to bring things into manifestation through their self-mastery and their ability to work with other energies, the spiritual energies. So the King of Cups is perhaps where you are at, which isn't an expressive place. What else does this person need to know about themselves? So the King of Cups is very much in line with the societal beliefs, the societal norms. Is that, it may appear warm and even be warm to a point. And then that's it. No going past that point. Whatever it may be, it'll be something different for everyone. What about this Four of Cups? What should we know about this Four of Cups? So the Four of Cups is about the connection to the divine, and it is about healing, also cleansing and purifying, which you have the Vulture, so it's worth noting. The Star is a card of hope and miracles. It's a good card. You also have the Ace of Wands, so inspiration. Although it came out sideways, honestly, so did the Star, so perhaps you're feeling a bit blocked in that regard. And you're feeling blocked in inspiration and creativity, so you're not feeling very inspired or creative right now. You don't have to feel inspired and creative all the time. Be patient with yourself, with others, and continue with this purification process, this rebalancing process. You had Temperance, didn't you? I could have sworn you had Temperance. Must be a different reading. Okay. I was wrong. All right. Let's see. I'd like to get a final message for you and wind this reading up. We're down. It looks like, all right, purification. What would help you with purification? Purification and rebalancing. Oh, I think we'll try a shaman card. All right, for this purification and rebalancing, any advice from the shamanic wisdom? This is interesting. You got deer. Deer is number 23. It represents southeast, feminine, and water. Well, water is good for purification. Let's see what the book has to say on that. I am deer. I quietly and gently walk through my forest, wide-eyed with wonder at the fragrant beauty surrounding me. All that I perceive imparts awareness of both great danger and great good. I listen, cocking my ears. I watch, glancing. I am unseen, disguised as part of my environment, which is my protection. The pain of others baffles and confounds me, even makes me sorrowful. But my gentle healing touch is all that is necessary. Beauty is subjective, and my knowing of it is my freedom and joy. I grow in leaps and bounds. I quietly tread upon your path. I remind you to be dear to yourself. Treat yourself delicately especially in times of stress. When you are gentle with yourself, others do not become fearful. Deer medicine teaches you the necessity of staying out of other people's business. Do not meddle. By trying to help, you can make matters worse. Encircle those who are wounded with your kindness, but stay out of their drama. Your softness can melt hearts of stone. I am warmth. I am beauty. I am gentleness itself. So it sounds like you're being called to work on your inner feminine. All right. I wish you the best of luck.